The men's tailored suit is arguably the most recognizable style or garment in men's fashion history and menswear history across the entire world. But what was once the societal norm is something that is very rare to this day, something that is very uncommon. And recently I did a video talking about this on my TikTok and on my Instagram on why I feel like we are never going to see the suit reach that pinnacle of societal norm ever again. And there was a lot of contesting answers, which led me to make this long form video, this long explanation, talking about why I do not believe, as a tailor myself, as a made to measure and custom tailor myself, I do not believe the suit is ever going to reach that point ever again. Now, I want to start off by tackling what was the most common answer or solution that people had when it came to that video that I posted, when it comes to trying to save tailoring or whatever. And the most common answer was thrifting. But the problem that people don't see with thrifting, and that was a very predictable answer, by the way, but the problem that people don't see is that, number one, just by logical default, if everybody is purchasing garments from the thrift store, there are going to be eventually no garments left. These thrifted garments, number one, have to come from somewhere. And number two, we've already seen the supply of thrifting in bigger cities like New York, LA, Texas even, Atlanta, Georgia, all of these places. It's starting to dwindle down because everybody is doing it. And the other thing with this too is that thrifting is not a system or a means to build a tailored wardrobe. It allows you to supplement your wardrobe with tailoring. It doesn't help you build the tailored wardrobe at all. The other thing with this too that you're going to see if everybody is going around thrifting garments is that the price of these garments are going to rise, especially the luxury good ones, because everybody's seeking it. And again, going back to the fact that these garments have to come from somewhere, if everybody's wearing tailoring and if it's a societal norm, nobody is going to donate their garments for thrifting to even be a thing at that point. Let alone the fact that these thrifted garments only fit a small percentage of humans these days, even with alterations. But you know, what are these people who have shorter body types, longer body types like myself with extremely long arms, wider body types? What are they going to do? Because thrifting is not going to sustain that. So no, thrifting is not going to save tailoring. Thrifting does not provide the means for tailoring and suits to become as big as it once was. It only allows the look to keep alive amongst sartorialists and menswear aficionados who have thrift stores around them that even carry that stuff. The other thing that I see that's a big problem with tailoring becoming a societal norm once again is that, economically speaking, around the world, it is not sustainable. What was once the uniform for everyday wear for the basic man does not exist anymore because you can no longer live off of a single income, which was very common back in the day. You could live off of a single income. You could build a life off of a one income household and enjoy, you know, life's simple pleasures and be able to sustain yourself. You also had a lot more career stability way back when. These days, people struggle even with two household incomes. I mean, dude, like literally, especially in New York, it's impossible to be able to live comfortably unless you have two very large household incomes. I mean, it's crazy. So how can we embrace this style of tailoring and embrace relatively fine to fine luxury clothing if we don't have the disposable income or the means to be able to do that, let alone being able to afford the lifestyle to wear this stuff, which is what tailoring at the heart, base, and soul, the inception was. You know, it's just not possible. The lifestyle and the world that we live in is not conducive for that. The other thing with this too is that what was once a respected local craft, an upper middle class craft, is now something that has dwindled down because you have aging tailors, no apprentices learning this art, and you have no machinery in the US or factories left to make clothing. I think there's like 2 manufacturers left in the entire United States that make suits, custom suits, and bespoke suits, which is sad. So now we have to import everything from fabrics to ingredients to canvassing to fusibles to thread to machines for alterations. I mean, all of this stuff, we have to import the garments. I mean, this is going to incur a lot of cost, especially especially with all of the things going on with the import taxes and such like that. It's only getting more expensive. And I mean, even around the rest of the world, there's not that many apprentices going into tailoring. I mean, there are some, but there's just not enough to be able to support local craft. And as we all know, and not just in the fashion industry, but in most industries in general, what happens when local craft dies? When local crafts begin to die out, what is left in the rubble becomes luxury by default. And what happens when things become luxury? The things that you used to be able to buy for one price, even at the same quality, are now going to be much more expensive. And that is exactly what has happened with suiting. And the thing is too, especially in America, I mean, we don't praise enough our craftsmen, our workers who are skilled with their hands. I mean, tailors, sewers, seamstresses, we don't praise them enough. In fact, the way that our society is built, at least in America, because I know a lot of you guys are not in America, but you know, the unfortunate truth about Americans is that we look down on factory workers for what? I mean, if you work in a factory in America, a lot of people, at least historically, would say that, oh, you didn't go to college, you're a failure, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. When in reality, tradespeople right now are making more money than attorneys even, which is insane to think about. You know, hot take there, but whatever. Our society at large is not meant to sustain the tailoring industry, at least in America, and a lot of other countries are following suit as well. So now you don't, especially in Japan even, I mean, there's a whole situation going on where manufacturing and tailors and sewers are starting to die out, and they don't have enough people replacing these guys. So the writing is on the wall in a lot of places, and you know, it's not just in America. Now let's say we take all of that and we remove it from the equation. There is still the stigma against the suit itself in two different ways. Number one, the past 20-30 years, I've always heard this saying that people do not like wearing suits because suits are uncomfortable. I can't move in them. I can't breathe in them. And yes, that is true because you have been buying garbage that has been marketed to you from large corporate schemes that have had so much money and pumped so many celebrity ad campaigns and all of this stuff to convince you that they're selling you a quality ready-to-wear suit, when in reality they're selling you this Frankenstein synthetic material that's not breathable, with this garbage lining that's also not breathable, that is completely fused with glue, has no canvas in it, doesn't drape, and it doesn't allow you to move. And the other thing with that too is that the patterns are way off because they are meant to accommodate the average person, as many average people as they can. And that pattern by default just doesn't exist. The person for that pattern does not exist. So you have this Frankenstein pattern with this Frankenstein freaking fabric and all of this stuff, and it just doesn't work. And that is why your suits are uncomfortable. I mean, the biggest problem with ready-to-wear suits is the armhole, because the armhole directly impacts the chest as well as the shoulder and even the sleeve itself. And you know, these factories, what they'll do is they'll drop the armhole so much because they want to be able to get the majority of people to fit their arms into the garments, so this way they could sell more garments. But at the end of the day, the more you drop the armhole, believe it or not, the less movement you have. The higher the armhole, the more flexibility and movement you have. And that's just the science of pattern making. These factories don't care. They want to sell garments to you, and they want to sell them to you at a disposable price with a disposable fabric, so this way you can continue buying more. And that is why people hate suits, because in reality they don't know that a good suit should breathe, it should stretch, it should move, it should mold to the body, it should drape, it should feel comfortable. Good suits and good tailoring feels amazing on the body, like a second skin. So when people say that they hate suits, they don't really know what they're saying. They don't hate suits, they hate bad suits, and they don't know that good suits actually exist. And why would they go out and buy a good suit if all they've been fed is garbage suits at relatively high prices that they don't want to wear? I don't blame them. And the other thing with the stigma of suiting too is that nowadays what was once a societal uniform is now symbolic and for negative reason. Think about who still wears suits to this day. politicians, attorneys, upper level law enforcement, I mean, corporate faces. I mean, these all have that certain level of smug, just nasty connotation to them, especially with everything going on in the media right now. And, you know, this is why the suit, at least in the conservative sense, which is what most people were wearing for a long time, the suit in and of itself has a negative connotation applied to it. And I mean, dude, even going back to like my own personal experiences with suiting, I remember when I first got into tailoring and it became a norm for me to wear suits every day, people would always ask me, oh, are you going to a job interview? Are you going to court? Like all of these things. This is what people think about the suit to this day, and it's just the sad truth. Now, of course, you can combat that with fun suits, with things that have pattern, texture, color, stuff like that, but that is a lot less common and a lot more costly. And also, most men are probably not apt to wear that type of stuff because they're not comfortable with it yet, or their workplace doesn't allow it, whatever the case may be. For the most part, at large, at scale, the suit has a negative connotation towards it now. And I mean, dude, at the end of the day, the lifestyle that we used to live where suits were commonplace just doesn't exist anymore, because people don't have the disposable income to be able to enjoy life's simple pleasures of going out and doing things, celebrating with friends and the family. That has become a once a week thing, or even a once a month thing. I mean, dude, it's crazy. So going back to this inception of what suiting was for, suits were meant to be seen by the public eye. But with everything going remote and everything being much more technologically enhanced, and you can get things delivered and all of this stuff, the lifestyle for suits just does not exist anymore. And that's the sad truth. And going even further into that with the whole work from home situation, I mean, at the end of the day, the employees of a company are not going to dress up for a boss or an owner that wears sweatpants and hoodies or wife beaters or t-shirts to the office, or wears all of that crap on Zoom, whatever. They're not going to dress up for someone who sets that example, and that's just commonplace. But anyways, guys, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate and love you forever. Let me know if you agree with any of the points that I made. Let me know if you disagree with any of the points that I made. Let me know if there's anything I should have added to this video. Drop it down in the comments. I'd love to discuss with you guys and see what you guys think, what your take is on the whole tailoring at mass scale situation. I just don't foresee it ever happening like that again. Of course, what I do see is tailoring becoming big in the niche luxury fashion scene for people who are sartorialists, or for people who do appreciate artistry in menswear and men's fashion. That I do see becoming bigger, but that is not going to pass a certain threshold or ceiling. There is a ceiling to that. So yeah, there's a give and take for it, but I don't think that the suit is going to be an everyday thing that you're ever going to see ever again. But anyways, guys, like I said, let me know what you guys think on that. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And thank you guys so much for a wonderful 2026 so far. I recently just turned 28, and I can't believe that we've made it this far and that I've been able to take you guys on this journey with me. I mean, you guys have been on this journey with me since I was 26, and the things that we've been able to do together are so freaking insane. I mean, it's amazing, and I am forever grateful for each and every single one of you. We just hit 16K subs. I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, and I'll see you next week.